This is what Casey said. If you do a Twitter search for hashtag he gone and look at tweets from around 6 or 7 p.m. Eastern time, there's a Snapchat that a Heat Twitter person had posted of LeBron having dinner in Miami. LeBron also had tweeted about the restaurant. But the thing is, the Cleveland Cavaliers have a game tomorrow, and LeBron didn't travel back with them early today. So then came Heat Twitter with hashtag he gone. And Cavs fans are shook even more than they already were from last night, with LeBron being so happy and hugging everyone after his team lost bad last night. And with him Instagramming a congrats to Wade about 20,000 points, after hashtag he gone started going nuts, LeBron supposedly tweeted and then deleted, quote unquote, yup, laugh out loud, hashtag he gone, unquote. Also, side note, there's a picture of Kyrie Irving out with Justice Winslow and 2 of his friends from last night. Cleveland is shook, and Heat Twitter is just taking advantage of it. I think I covered everything as far as what I know. I think after the game last night, LBJ said something like the Cavs losing like that was concerning. Wade had a comment last night or today regarding team chemistry, and that was pretty much the whole situation. I was on ESPN radio a couple of weeks ago, and I had talked about something similar to this, about if LeBron James, if he stays at Cleveland, there is the possibility that he could possibly never win a championship in Cleveland again. So, because they're not beating Golden State and they're not beating San Antonio, you have Kevin Love. He still has not fit in. He's not going to fit in. Kyrie Irving doesn't even want to be there anymore. He wants out. And you have a lazy LeBron James, or maybe he's getting lazy because of the issues going on with Cleveland. Who knows? But we are looking at a situation where if LeBron does decide to stay in Cleveland for the rest of his career, we are looking at a situation where he can never, ever win a championship in Cleveland. And if you know LeBron, he wants to win. I understand that he wants to win one for hashtag the land, but that's not going to happen. And I think that he realizes that that's not going to happen. Now, when we get to the summer, the question is, okay, well, if LeBron James does leave Cleveland, where is he going to go? The situation with that is there is a certain thing called a brand, and there is a certain thing called a PR move. Will LeBron be able to handle another PR move if he breaks that city's heart again? For journalistic purposes, I would love it if LeBron left Cleveland to go to Miami. It would be amazing.
Yeah.
But here's the situation, and here's what makes it more interesting. This is the most interesting aspect of this whole story for me so far, from what I've seen so far. The only way LeBron James can leave Cleveland again and not suffer a PR hit that would destroy his brand, the only team and city that he could go to is the Miami Heat. Why? Because that was the team that he was with before. That's where he won his championships. His best friend is there. It's obvious. People would understand it. It's not working out in Cleveland. You want to go back to Miami and try to win more championships. A lot of people would understand that. He goes anywhere else to destroy his brand. I mean, it will absolutely destroy his brand. So he has to go to Miami if he leaves Cleveland. If he goes to Miami and you have LeBron, Wade, Bosh, Whiteside, Goran Dragic, Justice Winslow, Richardson, who is balling right now. I'm like so impressed with Richardson.
Oh, I love
Joe
him.
Johnson.
My God.
Oh, absolutely. Like this team has gotten really, really good, and they are a legitimate threat to get to the NBA Finals. They're not beating Golden State. They're not touching San Antonio, but they have a legitimate shot of getting to the NBA Finals. You throw LeBron on that team this summer, and you have that Miami Heat squad going up against that Golden State squad. Agree or disagree? That right there, that's a sports orgasm. That matchup right there, that is a sports orgasm. So, Chiafalo, with everything that I just laid on the table, this whole situation with the hashtag he gone and all of this, I didn't think that I would be able to say this because every time Heat Twitter kept throwing at me, LeBron's eventually going to come back to Miami, I thought that they were some of the craziest people in the world. You guys are just being sensitive bitch-ass Heat fans. You're not accepting the fact that he's never coming back, blah, 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 blah. Well, it looks like that Heat Twitter could be correct and I could be wrong because everything that we are sitting at right now Chiafalo, LeBron could realistically go back to the Miami Heat. Like, this is not just speculation. This is real. LeBron could be coming back to the city of Miami, Chiafalo. He could be back to play for your boys.
It would be incredible. And I wouldn't put anything past him. That's why I think this is worth the discussion, because LeBron's going to do what he wants. And I keep fighting myself by thinking, okay, he said for 2 years now he's talked about the land, winning one for Cleveland. It's basically his hometown. Everybody knows his affiliation for that state, that city. And so it's hard to imagine that after 2 years he would just bail out of that. But then at the same time, you're talking about LeBron. You're talking about the guy who wants ultimate control, knows he has the power, and is signing these one-year contracts for a reason of he always wants to be as flexible as possible. And if he ever wants to leave, he wants to have that option. So it is definitely, there's potential there. But at the same time, here's a question for you, Andrew. Do you think, is Pat Riley too stubborn to welcome LeBron James back?
No, I think that Pat Riley has an ego, and I think that he will be combating back and forth between the ego of, I don't want LeBron back, and, well, maybe it would be best to have LeBron back. But what you don't realize, Chiafalo, and Pat Riley has already mentioned it multiple times, he knows that he's at the end of his career, and he wants to win before the end of his career. So you best believe he's going to be sucking down that ego and saying, LeBron, come back down to South Beach and let's take over the NBA. You know he is. LeBron. I understand that Pat has a big ego, but here at this point, at the end of his career, he's not going to deny LeBron James coming back to Miami. And plus, that's just going to piss off Dwayne Wade, and you don't want to piss off Wade. You don't want to do that.
Yeah. See, that's the main thing for me is if Wade's in his ear saying, "Hey, what, are you kidding me? Is this even a topic of discussion? If LeBron wants to come, he's coming." So you wonder what the support of the organization would be outside of Pat Riley, and how much, like a Mickey Arison, how much ego does he have in this? I don't know, but Pat Riley, something tells me that Pat Riley would rather try to win one without LeBron than win another one with LeBron. There's something, but even though he'd have a better chance.
But he knows he's not going to beat Golden State. So you follow? He knows he's not beating them.
I think we all know that. But Pat Riley, again, we're talking about egomaniac Pat Riley.
You have a point.
You
have an excellent point.
You think he can do it?
You have an excellent point.
And you think he can put the team together to beat Golden State, and he doesn't want to have LeBron to do it. But again, that's just me thinking here.
Bill and Jen,
maybe he'd say forget it.
Bill and Jen, do you guys have any opinions on Jen? I don't know if you're into the NBA or not. Bill, I know that you are a little bit, but do you guys have any opinions about this LeBron James story?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm always from a numbers perspective, and I know the salary cap is going up next year, but don't you have to pay Whiteside next year, and Wade's a free agent, and then bring in LeBron James?
The Miami Heat are not necessarily excited about bringing Hassan Whiteside back, so that there could clear up the cap space.
The numbers
the way he's playing now, it'd be tough not to bring him back at this point.
Is it even feasible?
LeBron,
I mean,
if
LeBron has put himself with these one-year contracts.
Bill, listen. If Chiafalo, if LeBron goes to Pat and says, "I want to come back to Miami, I want to win championships," who do you think Pat's picking between Hassan Whiteside and LeBron James?
Oh, no question, if that's what it comes down to. But my guess is, listen, if they're all planning on doing this, then they're all going to understand the ramifications of not making max money anymore. So now, LeBron, I'm sorry, you're not going to be able to make the money you want. Dwayne, you're going to have to take a little less. And Hassan would have to agree to that. I don't know if he would or not. If not, he'd have to walk. But the other part of this, though, is Chris Bosh may not be able to ever play again. So that means his contract, I don't know what his contract does.
Yeah,
he'll have to pay
that's a
him
good point.
next season, or if his max contract goes off the books. That opens up another
wait. Though, where have you heard that it's that serious that he might not be able to play again? Because everything of what I've been reading, everything of what I've been hearing, has Chris Bosh coming back 100% guaranteed. So where have you heard that at?
Nah, no. There's been a bit of positivity going through it because he is working out with the team and everything like that. But the Heat are still worried about, because they've gotten mixed comments from doctors. So you get doctors saying, you can probably go for it. You get doctors saying you probably shouldn't go for it. And the risk might be too high. So I personally don't expect Bosh to be back. I know some people are thinking Bosh might come back for the season. Something tells me he's not going to come back, and I don't know if the Heat will ever be able to fully say we're willing, because the Heat don't want to risk that. The Heat aren't down to do that. So if they think there's any way that there could be lifelong implications to him playing again, they're not going to play him. So I just think there's still a chance that this guy may not ever play again, and you just got to kind of get your mind wrapped around it a little bit.
Now, going back to like LeBron and everything, he signed his 2-year contract, right, for the for the chance with the salary cap going this year to make $42 million a year. I don't see him foregoing that and going to Miami. And let's be honest, it's been a dysfunctional time.
Where do you see him going?
Well, I think he's going to stay put. I don't think he's going to go anywhere.
Why is he going to stay put if he's not going to win?
There's no guarantee he can win in Miami. And look, and I think they'll accommodate him.
Better than Cleveland.
If Irving doesn't really want to be there, he'll get flipped to L.A. They'll bring Chris Paul back. And if that's the case, you know what? The Knicks will flip Carmelo Anthony for Kevin Love.
L.A. to Cleveland. Chris Paul wants to go from L.A. to Cleveland.
You want to talk about if he wants a chance to win himself? He's never winning in the Western Conference with that team. $88 million for a guy who Gianfalo shoots free throws better than. That's probably his best play if you can't count money, considered money, and the PR hit he would take going to Miami. He would get absolutely crushed if he left again.
It wouldn't be, but it would not be nowhere as bad as if he went to a Golden State or a San Antonio. It would not be nowhere as bad if he went to Miami, Bill, because he's already been there.
I don't think it matters. I think if he leaves again, if he went to China to play, or if he went down south to play.
Yes, I agree with you. He's going to be hated, but he's not going to be hated as much as if he went and joined forces with Steph Curry. No.
Dude, I don't want to sound stupid, but would Golden State even want him? They'd rather have KD, right?
If they have the opportunity to get LeBron, I'm sure they're going to take LeBron.
Yeah, I'd take LeBron.
I'm sure they're going to take LeBron.
And again, why would he go out west? He'd have to stay east. It only meant if the two best teams in the league technically are the Spurs and the Warriors, why in God's name would he go out west?
That's what I've been saying. He's going to Miami. He would go if he leaves Cleveland. He's going to Miami. That's the only destination that he's going to. He will not go anywhere else.
I 100% agree, but I just don't think he's leaving Cleveland. I don't care what.
I'm with you, Bill. I'm with you, Bill. I don't necessarily think he's leaving either.
Hey, I'm with you guys as well. It's still hard for me to say that he is leaving Cleveland, but if you look at everything that we're looking at right now, you're thinking to yourself, "Wow, this really could happen." And it makes it interesting. Like, it just makes the summer of 2016 is going to be the best, probably the best summer ever that the NBA has ever had when it comes to free agency.
It's going to be really,
really
nothing
fun. Close.